Hello guys, welcome to the Healing Factory. Happy Hump Day. You guys may remember my faithful assistant, Rummy, also known as Top Brass Rum Dum Diddle I Am. Anyway, I have him out here at the park because I wanted to cover emotion code and pets once again. I made a fairly long video a couple of months ago with Rummy on emotion code and animals, but some things happened this week and last week which I thought were pretty interesting and led me to want to make another video with regards to using this therapy and our animals, but make it a little shorter, more concise. Anyway, what happened? Last week I was called by a dear friend of mine. She knew of a lady. Come here, Rum. Look at the camera. You got a nice face. She knew of a lady who lost her 10-month-old beagle puppy. The puppy was missing for 4 days and she was absolutely beside herself. Anyway, thank God the puppy came back. And my friend said, do you mind giving this lady a call? I was looking at her dog and the dog really doesn't look that happy. It looks very stressed out. So this lady happened to be in Venezuela. So I said, of course, I'll give her a call. I got on the phone, WhatsApp, a video app with this lady, and I looked at her dog. We talked about emotion code and what it is. And I went to work. And the interesting thing is I brought up 4 trapped emotions that this dog had trapped in its little 4-day excursion away from home. So the first thing, which wasn't a surprise, was shock. The second thing was, I believe, terror. No surprise there. Little guy being gone away from home for 4 days. The last 2 were quite interesting. I brought up shame. Now, imagine that. And what's so fascinating to me is that our animals can trap these the same emotions that us humans do. Now, I have no idea what shame feels like in an animal, but I can imagine this little guy running away saying, oh my God, how did I get myself lost? You know, this beautiful lady is sitting at home waiting for me. She's probably worrying her head off, and how did I do this to me? Can you imagine this guy? The fourth emotion was, what was it? Self-abuse. You know, self-abuse is interesting. In us humans, the majority of the time it means negative self-talk. I'm too stupid. I'm too fat. I'm too ugly. I'm not making enough money. It'll never work for me. I'll never be successful. That sort of thing. But in this dog, I can only imagine, it's like, how could I get lost? How in the hell can I not find my way back home? Oh, I'm so stupid. You know, this lady's gonna be so mad at me. Anyway, in a matter of 5 minutes, I brought him up and I released him. I was also led to a clear understanding of how this dog got lost. So this little beagle puppy somehow found its way outside and started following his nose on some sort of smell that interested him, and before you know it, he was hopelessly lost. Anyway, 5 minutes later, I removed or released these 4 trapped emotions that this dog had caught, and I told the lady, I said, don't be surprised if this dog falls asleep and stays sleeping for longer than usual. It's a typical response from animals. Same thing happened to a little pot-bellied pig I worked on about 4 weeks ago. The minute I worked on it, crawled into a corner and went off to sleep. It's a sign of healing. Actually, these animals are processing these emotions that were released, you know, this void in their bodies. Anyway, sure enough, 5 minutes later, I get a text, her little beagle is passed out, and she's thanking me, saying, I know he's healing now. You put my dog to sleep. I didn't put the dog to sleep. That's what happens a lot of times. The second thing happened this week. Yesterday I was at a pet resort. It's basically a boarding kennel. The place, I'd never noticed it before. It's real close to my house. It has spaces for 175 dogs. This place is a castle. It's got a vet on staff. It has dog training facilities. It's really, come on, look at the camera. Look at the camera. Good boy. It's really nice. Anyway, I took a tour through it. And I was looking at all these dogs there, trying to get some sort of idea, you know, how the place is. So I started testing them using muscle testing. It's very easy. You connect with the dog's subconscious. Now, I was not working emotion code on them. I will not work on anybody's animal without the owner's permission. But nevertheless, I was testing them to see if they had any trapped emotions caused by being in this kennel boarding facility. Sure enough, the majority of them that I tested had trapped emotions. There were a few that didn't. I asked about them. These dogs are basically day boarders, and they get dropped off there every day by their owners who are working, and they're used to it. They know that mom, dad's gonna come back at the end of the day. Anyway, I thought that was real interesting. So with these trapped emotions in animals, you'd be surprised what they internalize and don't release. Now imagine with the little beagle puppy, Shame, that little beagle dog trapped that. Who knows where in her body he trapped it, but imagine carrying that around for half of its life. Imagine what that resonance, that vibration of shame will do to the actual physical tissues. I'll let you know. They can cause dis-ease or dis-ease, you know, all kinds of bad things, not to mention emotional, psychological, behavioral issues. So it's real important and super easy to work on our dogs. So once again, I'm gonna cover very quickly how I do this. So 3 things I need. Stay there, bro, stay there. All right, by the way, stay there. Dr. Bradley Nelson, this is the book that started it all off for me. I've since become certified. I have a chart. These are negative emotions divided into 2 columns, A and B, and 6 rows. Each box has 5 negative emotions in there. A magnet I use to amplify my intention. Here, let me get in the camera. Sit. Good boy. Used to magnify my intention. I roll it down the governing meridian. Governing meridian is from ancient Chinese acupuncture healing. It basically is connected to every single acupoint in the body. Wherever this trapped emotion lies, when I rub this magnet down the governing meridian, along with my intention to release it, it's going to release it. So then, if you guys remember, I use muscle testing. I use 2 types of muscle testing. I use a sway. On a negative answer, my body will sway backward. On a positive answer, my body will sway forward. I used to use a method called finger and finger. Yes, they stay together. No, they simply come apart. My name Jim. Is my name Pete? Is the sky purple? Is the sky blue? You get the picture. Is this dog's name Fido? Oh, is it Fido? Is it Rummy? Anyway, that's how we work this. So we start off connecting to the dog's subconscious. Really easy. You got to learn how to do it. It's super simple, but here I go. Rummy, am I connected to you now? Yeah. So I'm now connected to Rummy's subconscious, and I can test them successfully. So the first question is, Rummy, do you have any trapped emotions? And I'm already getting a yes, that I can release today. Okay? Next one is to identify exactly which emotion it was. It is. Rummy, is the trapped emotion in column A? Yes. Let's verify that. Is it in column B? No. Rummy, is it an odd row? Yes. It's in an odd row. Is it row 1? No. Is it row 3? No. Is it row 5? Yes. Okay, so I've narrowed it down to row 5, column A. Now I'm going to use ring and ring, and I'll use sway test to verify exactly what trapped emotion it is. And I'm not even going to read the emotion, I'm just going to read the number of the emotion, then we'll find out what it is later. That way I don't have my conscious influencing my subconscious. Rummy, your trapped emotion is in A5. Yeah. Is it emotion number 1? No. Number 2? No. Number 3? Getting a yes. Number 4? Number 5. Rummy, is it emotion number 3? Yes. Let's see what that is. Fear. Fear. Rummy, do you have a trapped emotion of fear? Yep. Rummy, do we need to know anything more about fear? He tells me no. So, we simply, with the intention of releasing this fear, we get rid of it. 3 swipes. Unless it's an inherited emotion. Then we go 10. And yes, we inherit emotions, and dogs inherit emotions. And I test to verify. Rummy, did we release that emotion of fear? Yes, and it's gone. So it's as easy as that. And it's so quick. It's inexpensive. For animals, I usually charge about $35. It's so easy to get rid of their trapped emotions. They don't let their egos get into the way. By all means, you veterinarians out there, consider using this in your practice. Dog trainers out there, consider using this in your practice. I guarantee you it's not going to hurt the animal, and it could clear up a lot of psychological issues. Vets, anytime your animals are going through a surgery, they get lost, they're stressed out. This helps tremendously. Not just coming from me, but people that I've worked with, and there's all sorts of cases. Anyway, I think I've been long enough, 12 minutes today. Thanks for joining me. Please visit me at The Healing Factory, Jim Latang Facebook, thehealingfactory.com website, and please friend me. If you have any questions, email me, please. I'll be happy to answer. Jim at thehealingfactory.com. Say goodbye, Rummy. Say goodbye. Speak. Speak. That's it. He says goodbye. See you guys.